Welcome to the stream. This is eSeniors race number 6 in our series of 8 races in the championship season 17. All right, let's see with the standings here. Let's look at Platinum first. We have Chris Bourne, 261 points. Kind of dominating there, as you see. Last race, he placed second. So Derek Bird, second place, 221. Andrew Lloyd missed last race. He is on track today, though, 187 points. P4, Mish Parnoff, 183. And Steve Young, exactly the same points as Steve Young was the winner last race. Having a look at silver here, we have Bruce Hopkins. He'll certainly be a platinum driver next season. 253 points. He has won 2 races and P2 in 2 races. And then we have Brian Banks, 218 points. Thomas Regnier, 211. Daniel Britos draw 5 penalty points. He's 205. Malcolm Hutchin also drove 5 penalty points in one of the races, and he has 192. So it's kind of tight here, at least you could say about second, third, and fourth in silver. And oh, that's me. Hi. I clicked that one. Yeah, so and also we want to look at look at platinum really quick again. Yeah, so it's very close there. P5, P4, and P3 we can keep an eye on, and I'd say Derek Bird maybe pulling away from the rest of the field, and Chris Bourne, I think he's untouchable this season, but we will see. Okay, let's look at this graphic here. The purpose of this graphic is to showcase our sponsor logos there. Sim 3D, they do everything you need for your cockpit, kind of custom things like button boxes and shroud mounts and so on and so forth. Syndeo, Canadian-based technology broker. So they will help you find the best solutions for anything related with IP telephony, call centers, etc. So they will do the search for you and find the best solution for your business. So if you're in the business for any of these services or products, yeah, consider using our sponsors. All right. Here we are looking at the qualifying. We have silver starting. They are doing a 15-minute run to maximize their results. I looked at the fastest time I saw Chris Bourne do was 1:35.4. So let's see what these guys can do once they get up to speed. So that's kind of the benchmark, if you will. We'll wait here until these guys are starting to get into hot lap mode. We have total today, we have 27 cars on track. Always like that. This is kind of a fallout at the end of the last couple of races, and always a few guys that is dropping off. Someone who is not dropping off that's still racing is Mike Maleski, and he's going to join me here as commentator for a little bit, just doing his comments when it comes to what he thinks his chances are. And we're gonna have him call in here just after his qualifying, because then we have a 10-minute qualifying for the platinum guys. All right, Eric Langlois, Terry, Craig Holmes, welcome to the stream. See when we get some times on the board. We have Ollie put the first time 1:37.1. I think that's going to be challenged quite a bit. I think we're going to be probably in the 1:36. We'll see. But yeah, still there are 8 cars that gone through, and Ollie is still the fastest. He's driving his Mustang. Ollie is from Australia, really showcasing the global reach of eSeniors, where we have drivers from all over the world. Let me know, guys, on the stream that you can hear me. Do you hear enough of the cars? Do you hear too much or too little of me? Let me know. I have actually locked down my gains on all the audio channels just to make sure I'm not screwing that up, because I was listen back and do adjustments, and I think it was pretty good so far. Okay, yeah, 1:35.1. Okay. For Chris in race, as Brian Murray, Craig Holmes. I mustn't hit anyone. Yeah, Mr. Holmes, avoid hitting people. Ollie is still the fastest, and we have seen all of these guys go around. That's kind of remarkable. You really put it down, but we have guys that are really having some speed here. We have McKay, for example. I lost a little bit. Okay, so P7 is McKay. Another one who's up half a second here is Britos. This is an odd track, you know. We're going to catch someone that's going through from the start. Just interesting. Maybe we'll follow the. Okay. I'm just trying to find the. I don't have an inside view anymore. Oh, we can do this one. It's a little bit awkward though. But these turns here in the beginning are really difficult. You have to really be patient here, and especially when you come out on this straight here, you have to kind of just hit that one right, because it's such a high-speed area, so you really want to get out of that corner as quick as possible. And then here, get on the right side, straight line braking. Don't get on this curve too much, because you can lose tire pressure actually. This one you can cut a bit, and especially this right hand, this you can really go over that curve much more than what Mr. Mileski did. And then you come into this section here, couple of right and lefts, and then just push yourself out on the start straight. So I think it's a really odd track actually, and I don't think it has a really big fan club. Hutchins up at, well, now he's not up anymore. He was up one. He's almost up 2/10. Lennartner still fastest, 1:36.6. Some traffic in front of Hutchin here in the form of Banks, I believe that is, coming out on this banked area. Let's see if Hutchin's gonna press forward there. He's not. So he probably got a little hamper. No, he's still up on his time, not enough to challenge. But if he keeps it up, maybe he goes up one spot. Nice slipstream there. Let's see what he gets. Okay, P3 for Hutchins right now. Provisional, that's the word. Yeah, no one is really running a time that can threaten Ollie. He's 3:10. tenths ahead of Hopkins. That's remarkable, really good result for him. If this stands, gonna look back and see where he sits in the whole championship. Yeah, he got the 10. Well, actually, this is his second race. He didn't finish last race, Laguna Seca. He also got penalties there, penalty points, so he's down in 21st. But good for him if he can redeem himself and do some really good time. Here's Banks. A few guys are now in the pits. We have 5 minutes left of the silver. Okay, Banks is not picking up the time. However, here's the other Mustang. Maybe Mustang is the car on this track, because Ollie has the Mustang and looking to improve his time a little bit. But Peter David, we're looking at now, he's up at 3/10, 4/10. If he can keep this up, he's looking to maybe clinch. He's half a second. He needs to do 6/10. He lost time in that corner. He needs to do 6/10 in order to, and you see there on the screen, 5:70 it says. I get that updated in real time on ManView. He's up 6. Yeah, he could do it. He got to take provisional pole. Here he comes. Yeah, Peter David, provisional pole, 1:36.4. What a drive. What a drive by Peter David, just putting himself just ahead of Ollie. Here comes Hutchin, he's on a roll. He's up half a second. I think they're warming up now because he could actually take provisional pole as well. Just 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining of these guys. He's not gonna. If he keeps it up. He's doing a heck of a lap here. So if he keeps this up, he's gonna take it. He will take provisional pole. I lost a lot of time there. He lost a lot of time. He blew it. He just climbs to P3, Hutchin. Oh, he had it in his hand. Okay, we're gonna see guys from. Okay, McKay P7 just went over the line as we got him on camera. Mileski, he's on an unvalid lap. So Peter David only still have the fastest third sector. I'm sorry, second sector. Hopkins have the fastest third sector, and Peter David the fastest first. So it's really spread out here. We could make it really interesting for any type of battles where we would, some guys get some headway in one sector and then the next sector they lose. So that always makes for good racing. Thomas Regnier. Lost a little bit of time there. He's up about the 10th. Need 2/10 to advance from his P8. Oh, gain a lot of time here. Cut that corner. Yeah, there you go. That's how he cut that corner. Picking up a lot of time. This could push him up. If he keeps this up, it's gonna push him up quite a bit. Maybe P3 or something. Oh, listen, that engine is screaming. Oh, gonna go up quite a bit. Maybe P3. Yes, P3 for Thomas. Great run by Thomas. Beautiful. Okay, I think we're gonna see some platinums go out on track. Kavak struggling a little bit at this track, seems like quite a bit behind the rest of the pack. All right, now we have these guys. Hey Mike, welcome.
How are you?
Good, good. How's it going out there? Having fun on track?
Okay. Didn't get a personal best, but I beat one more guy in my last lap. That's all right.
Yeah, that's all that counts. I noticed I don't have Jonathan's livery, although it downloaded from, and I even saw it in my folder, but I still don't see his Woody Woodpecker's new livery. It's weird.
Sound a little echoey on my headphones.
I'm sounding echoey.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too bad.
All right, let's see when we get some times on the board. Ollie was sitting there for a while. He's fast on this track.
Who's ever? Nice.
Fun to
Can
see.
keep it on track. That'd be good. 2 Fords. For a good old American track. 2 Fords up on top.
Yeah, maybe you know. Let's see what Pornov can do today. He has the Mustang too. Maybe this is a Mustang track.
Yeah, he's the only Mustang in the Platinum guys.
Yeah, we're almost the same number of guys on silver and platinum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 13 of platinum. Yeah, 13 and 13. So platinum now have only 10 minutes. I think we need to reconsider that and give both groups the same time, because it's not really fair, because they're the same number now.
Yeah. Well, there was lots of people missing today. Hey, I gotta apologize to everybody on the stream that chimed in for the hyper race yesterday and didn't get a YouTube live broadcast. Jeez.
Yeah,
I checked it early on, and then I got
weird.
so many screens opened up. And LMU, there's so many screens you have to open up, right? So I checked it once and I didn't check it again. Somebody had a good idea. I'm gonna hit the record button on OBS next time, and then if something happens.
Yeah,
you can. So rarely though.
You can do that.
So
yeah, I've never had it happen. It's weird. I did have
OBS
I did some things on YouTube yesterday, and I thought YouTube was a little bit slow in processing, but I don't know if they
OBS
had
is kind of wonky too lately, isn't it?
Yeah.
I finally got my Discord voice back, so I can start doing interviews again.
Nice.
Interviews and post race interviews.
And here we have Chris Bourne, 135.29. Okay.
First.
We expect to see low 135s. Jonathan Wood, P2 for Platinum right now, 1:36.4. So Peter David did a pretty good time here, 1:36.4. But let's see how the fastest time with the silver guys, how that's actually gonna play out.
Yeah, it takes a while to warm up your tires on this track. You need at least 1 or 2 laps.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really fast in the end here. A couple of good laps from people climbing up. Like Thomas did a really great run. Hudson did too. I know in LMU you can set that the track kind of ramps up after time, which I think is really fun. So I think we should do a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, it didn't miss much on the LMU race in the sense that everybody was pretty spread out, except Jeremy and Ellis had a little incident, and then they traded spots for a while. But other than that, it was a pretty sedate.
Yeah, I actually
race.
looked at the replay at the same time. I was in kind of spectating, and then
I see.
yeah, I didn't see any incidents, at least on first lap. So
We got to do multi-class next year. Next year we got to do multi-class.
Do you think people are ready for that?
That's what it's built for. That's what it's built. Oh yeah, I think that's what it's built for. The guys in the hypercar was talking to them earlier. They're all into it and in for it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It'll slow Murphy down, or Brian Murray down a little bit, or it'll slow Murray down a little bit when he hits the GT3 cars because you don't have to let him pass.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what do we have on the board. Jonathan Wood has a one. Oh, let's see. Paolo is up half a sec.
Is he? Oh, he needs it.
Let's see.
That'll get him into third place.
He's gonna get the provisional pole here for just a little bit until Chris Bourne comes over the line, because he's up 7/10.
Ooh, see, I told you it takes a couple of laps here to
Yeah.
get your tires nicely warmed up. This track is hard on left-hand tires. It's interesting to see there's tire wear issues.
He's up 8/10 now, so he's really gonna crush it here. He's gonna get into 1:35.1. There he is. Soon. There he is.
Wow.
Mr. Alex is on a good time. Push him up with P3. Who else? Mr. Holmes, who has said he will not hit anyone on the race today. P8 for him. Oh, Ponoff. Oh, look at that. Just get him into camera and he's
Struggling?
shredding the tire, the styrofoam.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's not himself this season. It's very low key.
He'll put it together. 2 more laps to go.
Yeah, no one is really on a big run.
Steve Young hasn't put a lap in yet.
No, yeah, I just looked at him here.
Here he comes.
Yeah, next season I want to drive the ACC GT3 and I want to drive the Mercedes.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
We're getting near the end of the season. Just look at that yesterday. Yeah. Season goes.
This is race number 6.
8 race seasons are nice. They're just the right amount of time.
Yeah.
For a reset.
Okay, Nova is up 0.2 early on in this
There goes
lap.
Steve. There goes Steve, 6th place.
1:35.0, still best for Bourne. Yeah, Steve is warming up. Laurent, he is not comfortable at this track. He's way behind the other guys in platinum.
You got to practice this track. The braking points
So
are
is
so
Lloyd.
important.
Lloyd goes out. Oh, just got him on camera. He has a really nice livery though. Okay, Nova improved his time, not enough. It's the tenths behind. And then the gap from P3 to Chris Bourne is almost 1 second. But again, I don't think this is track that many people race.
Yeah, nobody likes to practice it even, you know.
Quite an overlap here on, there's a couple of platinum drivers that are way down there. Might not be their track.
14th, yeah. It's going to be mixed up a bit. Terry's way down there in 19th place too. Wow.
Yeah. All right, looks like qualifying is just about over. Yeah, no one is out on valid laps now. Okay. So Mike,
I missed the stream at the end. I have a new little video for closing credit that everybody missed. I'll have to see that next week.
Oh wow.
Played around with some video from some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, good luck with your race.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to take off now. See you later.
Okay. Okay, that was Mike Mileski. Let's look at the track for a minute. I haven't looked at this track walk before. Okay, there it is. Coming into this straight. And then we have this hairpin. That's going to be interesting. Turn 1, and then you snake around. And here you have to be really patient as you go around there and then out on turn 7 and on that long straight. Here, my experience is that on these couple of corners here, you can really hurt your tires. And here's that corner where you can really get on that curb apex. High speed out there, go out on the bank, and then that hairpin again. And coming around the track, like so. So yeah, a little bit odd track where you come out on the speedway portion. Okay, we're starting soon. I apologize that I'm chewing on something here. I have this kind of, I don't know what to call it, but I have this in Sweden, which are really good, like little licorice things, pastilles, and they're so good. I'm gonna mute myself for a little bit, take some meds, and then we'll be ready to go. We have a full formation lap. Then we have 50-minute race and 1 pit stop mandatory. Just about to start. Start the formation lap of 26 cars. Let me check. We still have 26 cars. Yes, we do. 26 cars. Chris Bourne starting on top for Platinum. Peter David stole the P1 for the silver, just ahead of Mr. Linnortner. If you are new to eSeniors and catching us here on YouTube, we are an organization that races ACC and as well as Le Mans Ultimate. We are 50 years and older. You need to be age verified and you get access to sign up to the championships. We also have several days where you just do kind of a fun race. You don't have to register or anything. Just come in and race, and those tracks are the current tracks that we have in the championships. Okay, yeah, let's see what turmoil we have. Turn 1 will be a challenge. So Bourne, Nova, Alex and Santos, the first ones in Platinum. Then we have David, Linnortner, Regnier and Hudson further down for the silver. I do definitely expect to see some contacts here. So how do you look at further back? Looks like Bourne is well positioned there, and the start is going to go just in a second. And here it is, green light. Chris Bourne gets a good start. Paulo Nova. And then we have Santos. Then we have Jonathan Wood coming 3 wide here. It gets in very close to the yellow car there. And gets very congested. Someone goes sideways. Little contacts there. A lot of wrestling coming through. However, not too bad. Kavak sits in the pits. Oh, there's a contact. Let's look at that contact there. See if we can catch that. Oh, the yellow car there just creamed that other one, and Holmes does an evasive maneuver. That's unfortunate. See if we can get this one. Oh, it's the same one there. Oh, that's unfortunate, but that will be sorted. Let's just go down the field and see where everyone is. Oh, it was Alex that came a little bit hot in there to the corner. Oh, what's happened here? Wow. Something really bad happened here. That's on lap 1. We'll follow here. I went back 30 seconds because I thought that Thomas was involved. Oh, someone goes sideways. Oh gosh. All right. That was crazy. Someone something had happened before. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so something happened there with Hutchon. I think that was Hutchon. Yeah, he's the one that was sideways. Okay, let's focus on the race for a minute. Chris Bourne in the lead. Nova, followed by Jonathan Wood, and McClellan. Here comes Young. And he passed someone that was that blue car, blue and gold. Was he? Looked like he was being lapped. Okay, Brian Banks in the lead for silver. So I thought, unfortunately, Peter David was involved in some of the shenanigans. Alex all the way back. Oh, because Thomas goes out into the pits. Probably damaged pretty bad. So Banks in the lead for silver. Britos running P2 silver. Linnotner had the good pace during qualifying. Let's see what he can do. Goes a little bit wide there, opening up for Hopkins that comes just behind him. Opportunity for Hopkins maybe, but Linnotner just runs away there for a little bit. So try to get safe distance. Here's Santos racing for position here. Cornelis, welcome to the stream of eSeniors. If you haven't been here before, well, even if you have been here before, welcome. So there's a couple of tight battles here as we come down the road, and here's Packham taking Rollet, goes up to P8. Oh, Rollet completely missed that corner, almost took Packham out. Here comes Britos, challenge on Linnotner. Linnotner goes passing Britos. The Linnotner now P2 in silver, possibly he's going to be able to catch Banks. He has Trowbridge before. Britos. Ruier comes really behind, really in a hurry here behind Britos, but it's not for position. Behind there is Hopkins, that's not for position either, as all these are from different classes. All right, here comes Shannon. Everyone is passing Santos. It looks like Santos have some sort of a problem. Let's see how these 4 cars can negotiate the hairpin that comes. Yeah, Santos is probably damaged. That's Meleski we have there. Alex behind Meleski. There comes Alex. Not for position. I'm sorry, he passing Hutchin. That's not for position. Meleski though is behind. A lot of styrofoam there that's been taken out. Oh, Hutchin goes off. What happened? Hutchin went off. And up in front, it's quite a delta between all the positions up front. Chris Bourne is 3.5 seconds ahead. So following down a little bit further down here in the field, this is Peter David. That was in the lead for silver, but then during the problems on track, he got severely impacted. Driving now P15, I'm sorry, P15 in the total. Trying to get past Torrance, which I think is certainly is faster. Chris Holmes running P20, and we have lost 3 cars. Started with 26, we have 23 on track right now. Alex chasing McKay. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon. Not for position. However, Peter David chasing Torrance. This is for position. Peter David wants to climb up and see if he can do something, get a little bit closer, further up in the silver. That's currently led by Banks. There he comes, Peter David on the inside of Torrance. Nicely done. So now Steve Young is really attacking Pornoff. That's Pornoff is in P4, so he's been really one of the guys that has improved his position during the first couple of laps. Currently 40 minutes into the race, 50 minutes race, 1 pit stop, mandatory fuel, but not mandatory tires, but you certainly need to change tires on this track, I would assume. Yeah, Steve Young couldn't reach Pornoff on this straight. The field is really stretching out. This is one of the closest battles right now between these two guys, Pornoff and Steve Young. McClellan is behind there. Ollie is now ahead of Linnortner, or sorry, Linnortner is now ahead of Trowbridge. So just 3 seconds behind Banks for the Battle of the Silver. So we'll get back to that one when they get a little bit closer. Steve Young is really pushing here. Let's see if he can do something this track. Oh, late break by Sky. Really compromised his entry to that corner, and that gives McClellan an opportunity to get a little bit closer to this action. Otherwise, the field is really spread out. Chris Bourne almost 4 seconds ahead of Nova, and then behind Nova we have Jonathan Wood almost 5 seconds. This is the most interesting part of this race at the moment. I'm scanning my timetable here to catch if there's any other action. Linnertner 2 seconds behind Banks. Behind him we have Trowbridge, but that's not for position. Banks coming up to oh, he has Shannon up there, so he is he's getting yeah, he's way back, Shannon, so there's going to be some traffic coming here. Hopkins getting close to Britos. This is for position. This is for a P3 in silver. And there's Holmes. Holmes said before the race, I will not hit anyone. And I think he actually did, because he's involved in at least 2 incidents. If I look at the records, I don't know if it was his fault or not, but Hopkins on Britos. Oh, Linnertner passed Banks. Crikey, I missed that. Should have paid attention to that. But yeah, Linnertner, who did a really good qualifying. He was sitting with the best time for quite a while. But Banks is chasing him. And behind Banks we have Trowbridge, not for position, but that could possibly irritate Banks. Oh, there something happened there. Linnertner went really wide. Let's follow these guys for a while. Keeping an eye on Steve Young too. That's battling for P4. Oh, here comes Banks. Here comes Banks. That would be a great result for Ollie. He had a DNF last race. Before that, he only raced the first race. So a win in this race in silver, that would be big. Let's see how these guys are doing as well. Banks coming out on the straight. Can he make a move? No, he's not close enough. Trowbridge behind there. And I think they have traffic. I think Linnertner have traffic in front of him. Yeah, he has Shannon in front of him. That could spell trouble. We don't know yet. Really good drive here by Linnertner in the Mustang. Jonathan Wood, P3. For some reason I had a problem picking up his livery, although I synced it and saw it came down, and I have it on my PC, but it doesn't show up. Quiet race in P3, P2, Nova, and P1 for silver. Chris Bourne. Linnertner, P1 in silver. And he's being chased by Banks in P2. And Britos sits in P3. Podium for him. I think he would be really excited about that. It's Alex chasing up the other Mustang, which is Peter David. Alex was involved in one of the early incidents. So he has dropped quite a few places. Speaking of that, I want to see, yeah, Pornoff, he gone up 8 places, and Britos 10. So that's really good. Let's see how long these guys can chase each other, probably for the rest of the race. Shannon goes completely out of the way. There's Sky and Pornoff. Got a good run there, Sky. He had a much tighter line. See if he can fight himself up here and get close enough. Pornoff is battling himself out of there. This guy is really pushing. Banks and Linnortner, a little bit more distance now. Trowbridge goes into the pits. First one that goes into the pits, and here comes Steve Young on Pornoff. Is he going to be able to make it? Good run out of there, goes really wide. Gets a good run out of that corner. Nicely done. He takes the position, P4 for Steve Young right now. Very nice move. Glad we caught that. Dimitri, welcome. Okay, I think Sky gonna run away. Yes, about 8 seconds to pick up to Jonathan. He's actually lapping a little bit faster. Oh, Pornoff, I just looked away. I had to get back. I was just looking at my screen. I want to see what happens there. Pornoff kind of overcommitted. Oh boy, 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 boy. Steve Young saw it coming on the inside. And yeah, Pornoff lost another position to McClellan, but here comes Pornoff on the inside coming into turn 1. Side by side with McClellan. Is he gonna keep it nice and clean there? Yeah, McClellan pushing through. That is for position, McClellan P5, but Pornoff gets on the inside on this corner. Side by side they go, and he powers out in that Mustang. Oh, nice late braking for him, coming into the corner here, looks like, and behind there is Lloyd in the Porsche. But he keeps McClellan at bay. See if that looks like it's sticking. Nicely done by Pornoff defending his P5. But Steve Young took the P4 there, nicely done. So we're gonna come into pit stop territory. There could be some changes then in position based on how people are executing their pit stops. Back on the silver screen, Linnart is still in the lead. He has left Banks behind with a second. Hopkins challenging Britos here for that's Britos sitting at P3. Let's see if Hopkins now can take the podium. And McClellan goes into the pits. So now we see a couple of pit stops. Obviously Bruce Hopkins is chasing down Britos. Alex is behind there, chasing. Peter David Bekavak is in the pits. So closing into the second half of the race. More pit stops. McClellan, Alex. We'll watch these two guys battling it out for a little bit. They might dive into the pits here soon. And we see the completed pit stops with the green marker on the leaderboard. If anyone catching this stream that's not familiar with eSeniors, want to tell you that we are a great group of people, several hundred members actually, and we have championships with ACC and LMU. And right now we're running 4 championships, 2 for ACC and 2 for LMU. And you have to be age verified. You can connect with us on Discord, Facebook, etc. Get age verified and you get access to sign up to the championships. Hopkins still chasing. No pit stop yet for these guys. Britos got a good run out of there. Putting a little bit more distance to Hopkins as they're coming into turn 1. Oh, McKay has passed Torrance. Actually, I want to see that. Oh, okay, that's why Torrance got a little trouble there. Hopkins gets closer and closer. Fastest lap, 1:35.6 for Chris Bourne. I think we had the prediction that it would be 1:35.1 in the race. Not yet. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. 1:35.3. That's his best. That's the fastest lap of the race, which you do get points for. All right, Linnartner goes into the pits, and Banks stays outside. Linnartner, oh, he looked banged up, his car. Look at that. See if he spends time. Sometimes, you know, you drive in there and you don't think that you really need to repair, and then you forget to put the setting so he doesn't, so they don't repair the car, and then all of a sudden you lose a lot of time. So see what happens. We'll see. Chris Bourne still running. Not in the pits yet. Novas actually running a little bit faster than him last lap, but not that much. 6 seconds behind, and he goes in now to the pits. And 16 seconds behind the leader is Jonathan Wood. Apologize, I don't have his livery. I have some problems picking that up for some reason. He's lapping in the 1:37.4, which is a little bit slower than guys around him. Okay, Sky, Ponov, several people going into the pits now, so we'll see what happens when they are done. Yeah, I'm looking down here. It doesn't look like Lynn Ortner actually repaired his car. If I look at the pit stop, maybe it's a little couple of seconds longer than the others. No, maybe 5 seconds. Okay, I'm just hitting random cars here now because there's so much circulation now when we have so many guys in the pit stops. So Banks is still running. Let's see if he can stay away from Lynn Ortner, who is in the pits. So maybe Brian can book a couple of good laps here and gain something on Lynn Ortner. His last was 1:37.6, which is 4/10 slower than his fastest. So it doesn't look like his tires are hurting. Britos is also out. He has not done any pit stop yet. He's quite a bit slower than Banks though. Banks goes into the pits now. All right, let's see how this checks out. Chris Bourne is now in the pits. Jonathan Wood still out, doing a long run. Let's see if someone has a really long stop time. No, nothing stands out. Hudson had a long stop. He probably did a repair. So did Santos. Santos and Hudson had a long stop. Chris Bourne had he had the same stop time and pit time as Paolo. So he's comfortably ahead of Nova. So that standing have not changed, except for that Jonathan Wood is currently leading, but that's going to change as soon as it goes into the pits. Torrance in the lead for silver. That's also going to change when he goes into the pits. And what happened with Lynn Ortner? I think Lynn Ortner left. Let me see. Yeah, disconnected. Lynn Ortner left the race. That's unfortunate. He was doing so well. All right, I got a little sidetracked there. Oh, Jonathan is still out. Interesting. So it's Bourne, Nova, and McClellan, who's now going into the... Oh, that's Torrance that goes into the pits. Like now McClellan is P3. And there's Steve Yango. What happened there? He just goes wide. And Pwanov is behind him. Oh, Pwanov pushed him. Wow. Let's see. Here comes Pwanov. There's Sky. Oops. A little tap. Bye-bye. Interesting. So we get any report on that or not. Banks now in the lead. Alex behind, but that's not for position. And then we have Britos for P2. Hopkins behind there. Try to challenge Britos for P2. Jonathan Wood is now in the pits. Oh, Torrance, stop and go. Probably sped in the pit lane. It's bad for him. Alex wants to pass. If I was Banks, I would just let Alex pass here. It's not for position. You don't want to let him slow you down. Hopefully he'll do that when they come up on the straight here. Just kind of lift a little bit. He has a lot of cushion to Hopkins anyway. All right, Britos and Hopkins change places. Behind there cuts Peter David. Yeah, there we go. Alex past Banks, not for position though. But now we have Hopkins. Hopkins 9 seconds behind Banks. They're lapping in a very similar lap times. So we'll see further down the road what happens. Here's Packham and Lloyd. Lloyd is in the Porsche there. Behind there we have Steve Young that had a little altercation and went off and was a little out of sorts. As we're coming down to 16 minutes remaining on this race 6 in the eSeniors series of 8 races for the championship here for GT3 on ACC. Good tight race there. See what Packham and Steve Young can get into. Young gets a good run. Let's see. Young seems to be really strong on this first turn here. I'm gonna see if he can get really close to Hopkins. Yeah, great line there by Sky. Really gets close to Packham in front. Had to pull back a little bit there almost. This is the most interesting race right now. Interesting battle right now of all the cars that we have on track right now. So we have Steve Young and Packham here for position and Lloyd in front. So this is 6, 7 and 8 that battles it out. Chris Bourne have almost 10 seconds to Paolo. John Wood is 24 seconds behind Chris Bourne. So Chris Bourne is really dominating. Hey Ollie, what happened? We wanted to see you on the top podium. So Ollie Linnardner is on the chat and he disconnected. We are anxious to hear what happened. Steve Young is really putting pressure on Hopkins. I'm sorry, Packham. The sun is setting. That could impact the tires. See if Steve Young gets a good run out of there. We got Mike Maleski got lapped, got out of the way nicely. Hopkins has 8.5 seconds to P1 of silver. Keeping my other eye on that one. It's a nice view with the sun setting. Could be irritating for the drivers. We're on the bumper of Steve Young. It gets very close. Almost a contact there on front with Lloyd and Packham. And here comes Steve, wants to get into the mix. Packham goes on the inside, contact with Lloyd. That gives Steve the opportunity. Oh, nice racing here. Packham. And Sky wants to go on the outside. It's not successful. Can he do something here on the straight? Very close racing, a little door-to-door banging. Is he gonna get a good run here, Sky? This is the closest race we have on track right now. The battle of P7 and P6. Coming down to 10 minutes, 11 minutes left. Packham getting really close to Lloyd. Porsche, BMW and Mercedes battling it out. We're on the wing of Packham. Very even right now, these guys. Pushing really hard. We could see Pornoff in front there too. But he's lapping faster than these guys, so they are not reaching him, I believe. Hopkins still have about 8 seconds to reach Banks for P1 in silver, so he looks pretty safe there, Mr. Banks. So now it's another one. It's a David coming really close to Britos. Behind there we have Holmes. That's not for position though. Holmes that promised not to hit anyone, which he actually managed to do. I'm not sure if it was his fault or not. Oh, there Britos completely overcommitted. Gets back on track. And here comes Peter David. So when you get off track like that, I noticed that you actually get a little compromised on the... Oh, there's a little contact there. Got a little tangled. Peter David loses out on that big time. Holmes looking to pass Britos. If I was Britos again, I would just let him go because it's not for position. Peter David coming back on track. Oh, here comes Steve Young. Thought it was closer than that, but when you get up on the helicopter camera, it looked a little bit different. But Sky is trying to get on the inside of that corner. Was successful, slides a little bit. 7.5 minutes left. So really pushing now to see if he can get anything more out of this race than P8. This is the only close race for position right now on the track.
Hello. Mm-hmm. Other than the first lap, it was good. Just missed a lot of accidents there, and that. Plus, we raced this 2 weeks ago in another league. That helps. True. Way back in that race, but this one better. Yeah. Yeah. It just the guys quicker, I think, got caught up in accidents on first, second lap there. Thomas got hit in front of me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Krista. Thank you very much. Yeah, my keyboard fell off my. I put a new. I've been messing around with rig all days and put a new keyboard tray on, and my keyboard fell off. So I had to. I lost a couple of seconds picking it up off the floor. Luckily, it didn't land keyboard button side. It didn't hit the floor button side. So otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. But yeah, I've not raced with it until because I've been messing around with it all today. So it fell off. Yeah, it was just dangling. Luckily, it was dangling literally about a millimeter, inch from the floor. The wire saved it from hitting the floor, so I had to drive around and try and pull it back. Yeah, Pilo kept me honest throughout the first stint, so yeah, it was interesting. Very good race.
Yeah.
Congrats, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I would.
you and Paulo were a second faster than Jonathan per lap. Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you.